Buenos días, mis alumnos. Soy la señora Hurley y hoy vamos a aprender de las nacionalidades. We're going to learn about nationalities, not specifically about someone's nationality, but how to take a country that someone is from and be able to say that this is their nationality. So if someone is from Mexico, then I'm able to say that someone is Mexican. Okay, so we're going to learn how to say specific nationalities. Okay, so come with me. So we've just learned about the 21 Spanish-speaking countries, or the 21 countries whose first primary language is Spanish. So the United States is not included because even though we have a large percentage of people who speak Spanish in the United States, Spanish is not the primary language of our country. Okay, so the United States is not included in this, but we will include the United States because I want you to know how to say to be American. Okay, so the first thing we learned is that the United States, we're going to start with the United States. The United States, the way we say the United States is los Estados Unidos. So in Spanish, we say the States United. United is an adjective. So we haven't learned this yet, but adjectives always go after the noun that they describe. So we have states and they happen to be united, okay? So los Estados Unidos. We also talked about how we abbreviate it EEUU. This is Los Estados Unidos abbreviated, just like in English it would be USA. Now, if someone is from the United States, Los Estados Unidos, then we call them American. So if you were born in Los Estados Unidos, then you are American. So a lot of times people will take American and make it into the Spanish word for American. So if I'm going to take American, I'm going to put a small a. So in English, let me give you the English, American. So do you see how in English, this is a proper noun. To be American is a proper noun. In Spanish, nationalities are not proper nouns. They're actually adjectives. We use them to describe ourselves. I am tall, I am brunette, I am American. So they're actually adjectives. So we treat them as such. So we don't capitalize adjectives. So if a boy is American, we would say Americano. So most of you have heard of Americano. If you are a girl, then you are Americana. Okay? So for boy, it would end in O, for a girl, A. Americano, Americana. Now, if one of the issues with the word Americano or Americana is that there are many Americas. So we have North America, which comprises Canada, Los Estados Unidos, y Mexico. So North America is composed of 3 countries, tres países. And then we have Central America, and then we have South America. So everyone from the Americas, from North America, Central America, South America, they're American as well. So if someone was from, for example, Bolivia is in South America. So people from Bolivia are actually also Americanos, okay? So that's what I want you to understand, that, you know, we've claimed this name American, but everyone from the Americas is actually American. So if we want to be specific and say, well, which part of the Americas are you from? Then for Bolivia, people from Bolivia are Americanos, but they're also Bolivianos, because we want to specify what part of the Americas are you from. So if you're from Bolivia, you're a Boliviano. It's the same with the United States, with Canada and Mexico. If someone's from Mexico, they're American because they're part of North America just as much as the United States is part of North America. If someone's from Canada, like me, I'm just as much as part of the North America as the United States is. But in Spanish, we say canadiense, Canadian, or Mexicano, Mexican, okay? So in order to distinguish being from the United States of America, we actually have a word in Spanish, and it is to be United Statesian, kind of, that's what it's like. So just to say that you're Americano doesn't give enough information because a lot of people can be Americano, okay? So if you are going to say that you are American from the United States, then the word for that is estadounidense. So it's a big word, but if you divide it up into 3 syllables, a little bit more than that. Estadounidense, okay? Estadounidense. So if I want to say I am American, I would say yo, I am, soy estadounidense. Now, is it wrong to say I am American? Yo soy Americano? It's not incorrect, but this doesn't tell me where in the Americas you're from. So even though in English we say I am American if I'm from the United States, it is understood that to be American means you're from the United States. But in Spanish, to say Americano isn't enough. It doesn't give you enough information. It doesn't tell you which country you're from. So we have to say estadounidense for American from the United States, okay? Okay, so now let's go on with the other countries in Las Americas, okay? So let's say, here's the rule. If a country ends in an O, so if, for example, Mexico ends in an O, okay? If a country ends in A, like Bolivia, okay? What we are going to do is that we are going to drop the O or the A, okay? And then you are going to add ano if the person is a boy, or Ana if the person is a girl, okay? So if I were to drop off the O in Mexico, I drop it off, then I'm left with, and don't forget, this is the name of the country. In Spanish, nationalities are adjectives, so we do not capitalize. So if I am from Mexico, yo soy de Mexico, then someone who is a boy, I drop off the O and I add ano. So someone who is a boy is Mexicano. And if you are a girl, I would drop off the O still. And I would add Ana, Mexicana. Again, we are not capitalizing because these are not proper nouns in Spanish, they're adjectives. Same with a country that ends in an A. If a country ends in an A, like Bolivia, I'm going to take off the A and I'm going to put a lowercase b, Bolivia, and then I'm going to add ano. And if it's a girl, Boliviana, I add Ana. Okay? So again, this is the rules for most countries that end in an O and that end in an A. There are a few exceptions. So let me see. If I have the country Colombia, I'm going to drop off the A and I add ano for the boy and Ana for the girl. So If someone is from Colombia, then they are Colombiano or Colombiana. And again, small c, lowercase c, because it's an adjective. Now, and Cubano, I'm going to put Cubano here. So, let's see. I'm going to put Cuba up here. Cuba. Cuba. Again, drop the A, small c, Cubano, Cubana. Okay, now there are a few exceptions to the rules. So let's talk about some of the exceptions. If I have the country, here we go. If I have the country of Argentina, let me put estadounidense is for American from the United States. Now, if I have Argentina, someone from Argentina can be Americano, right? Because Argentina is in South America. So they are Americanos, but it doesn't give us enough information. So we want to say Argentinian. So what we do for this is that if it's a boy, if someone's a boy who's from Argentina, again, we're doing the lowercase. So we would say Argentino, and instead of the A, I just put Argentino. So there's no change. I do not drop off the A and add Ana or Ano. I just simply put an O. So if a girl is from Argentina, then we are going to take Argentina, make it lowercase, and that's how you know we're talking about the nationality and not the country. Excuse me. So Argentina is an exception to the rules. Okay? If we have a country that does not end in an A or an O, for example, like Peru or Chile, here's what happens, and you're going to have to just memorize these. We're going to keep the entire country of Peru. Again, in order for us to know that it's not a country, we make it lowercase. Peru, now we add our ano and ana. Peruano, so we don't drop anything, we just add the ano and the ana. Peruana. Okay, Peruvian. And then for Chile, we are actually going to make a small c, and we keep the E. Instead of saying ano, we are just going to, actually, I'm going to just say, okay, there's an E at the end, so put eno or ena. Chileno, Chilena. So I'm dropping the E, but adding it back on. So if you want a rule that's similar to the ano or ana, then it's eno and ena. Chileno, Chilena. Okay? If you are from Spain, you are Spanish, right? So if you're from Spain, España, you are Spanish. So how do we say Spanish in Spanish? Español. So if you're a boy, you're Español, because that's the word for Spanish. And if you are a girl, you just add an A to that. Española. Okay? And the very last one, I'm going to show you that there are a few that are just super irregular, and I don't know how they got it. They just got it. So I'm going to go with Venezuela. That's the only exception that I'm going to teach you. Venezuela. That's the only country that's a little odd that I'm going to teach you. Okay, so Venezuela becomes Vene. So it's the same for letters as Venezuela, but here's where it gets different. I put the Z, Venezuela. So instead of the U and the E, it's Venezuela. And then I drop off my A and I add ano, venezolano. And then I drop off my A, and for a girl, it'd be venezolana. So we have the same thing where we drop off the A and add ano or ana, but the U and the E in here in Venezuela changes to an O. Venezolano, venezolana. Venezuelan and Venezuelan. Okay. So this is the lesson for today. It's about nationalities, las nacionalidades. And don't forget nacionalidad, nacionalidad ends in a dad, so we know it's feminine, right? Las nacionalidades or la nacionalidad. I would like you to learn all these. I'm including them in the Google Classroom, okay? And practice saying them out loud. So we have los Estados Unidos, and if you are from los Estados Unidos, you are estadounidense, estadounidense. Venezuela, if you're from Venezuela, you are venezolano or venezolana. If you're from Argentina, you are argentino or argentina, small lowercase a's. Peru, peruano, peruana. Chile, chileno, chilena. España, español, española. Cuba, cubano, cubana. México, mexicano, mexicana. Bolivia, boliviano, boliviana. Colombia, colombiano, colombiana. These are not all of the 21 countries that we've learned. Some of them are a little irregular, and I just want you to know these ones, okay? Okay, hasta pronto.